Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another gameplay video with Arsenal Pass. Today we'll be playing Classic Constructed, and we have a Briar versus Katsu. So to talk about the Briar deck, I am going to be on a Lightning version of Briar. I have to put out a little kind of fair warning. This is a friend of mine's list, and I think it's an early version. I haven't really tested. Actually, my first time playing it, so maybe it's great, maybe it sucks. We'll see. Let's talk about some important cards here. We got Plunder Run. We are going to be an aggro deck. The Plunder Run, on these go wide turns, going to let us be exclusive. Got the the Bane of Steel. We've got Ball Lightning, pretty critical in this kind of shell. Heavy Lightning, all that good stuff. So we actually have 9 Ball Lightning, so kind of core to this deck. And I really like these Electrifies. This is gonna, especially against like a Katsu player, this forces blocks, right? Because the extra 3 damage can just be so incredible. Put this in Arsenal, you get the draw as well. We are playing Rosetta Thorn. A lot of non-attack actions with attack actions. We've got Arcanite Skullcap, Fiandel Spring Tunic. And then we've got the Spellbound Creepers and the Grasp of the Arcanite. I'm not sure if you should be playing, Shock Charmers here, but our deck is so red that it's unlikely we'd actually be able to kind of utilize it on most of our turns when we are going wide, anything like that. So I don't know if it's an effective resource dump for us. But yeah, Hayden, tell me about Katsu.
Yeah, I was going to say Shock Charmer is an interesting one so far. I haven't loved it from the Briar side. I think in Lexi decks, it's really overperformed, especially in ice builds. This so I think so far in Briar. But yeah, on the side of the table, we've got just a classic Katsu aggro. The deck looks like it's in a reasonable position heading into this format. There's a lot of decks that are, trying to be, aggressive, set up 5-card hands, and you can somewhat punish that. So we're going to play a bit of a classic El Clasico, just, the old aggro matchup here. By the looks of it, a bit of a ding-dong battle. In terms of some of the cards that are going to be important into Briar, really all about on-hit effects, to be honest. So we want to try and get as many, procs off the Mask of Momentum. We want to try and force them to, try and get on the offensive and keep their tempo so they can use their embodiment tokens. Meanwhile, we're going to be trying to take tempo and force through some of these on-hit effects. So, the Surging Strike Bomb and Gust Wave line is really important. If we can ever get one of those off, that's going to be really huge for us. Otherwise, just cards like Snatch that just have these natural on-hit effects that are going to cause some issues and be at kind of awkward breakpoints as well. So, yeah, other than that, against another aggressive deck, we are playing the Hardened Cross Trap. Just because it allows us explosiveness. Very unlikely that we might even get to 2 tunic counters. So in this instance, we go with the Cross Trap, and then we've got the the rest of the wise is pretty standard, as we'd say, with the breaking scales for that 1 defensive value and the ability to push some of these combo cards to awkward breakpoints. Can help out with Mask of Momentum, and then Snapdragon Scalers. We do have cards like Snatch, E-Strike that don't have. Or can potentially not have natural go again. We can use that to help these big turns be facilitated when needed. Anyway, ready?
Awesome.
Should we crack into
Yep, I got a dice, even or odd.
I'll take odd.
It is even. I'll choose to go second. Usually I would choose to go first as Briar. Got cheek and arcane damage. Maybe if I was playing another element, set up a Mount Heroic, Arsenal Pass. But yeah, I really don't want to get behind on tempo against this ninja deck, and hopefully I can block out enough on turn 0.
Okay, so second for you?
Yep, second for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I would have chosen myself to go first, but I don't know if that's just better for me or... So one of the things I don't really want to do is let Brennan filter his hand. So unless we can... Though it does have cards like Ball Lightning that don't defend well, a lot of cards that can defend for 2. So if we can push through some damage, then it's probably worth it. Otherwise, probably not. And I think what we'll end up doing is just going to Arsenal Pass. Just don't allow that ability to filter.
Well, thank the Lord Hayden did that because I had double Ball Lightning in hand, and I was scared. So let's see what we got here. We maybe have some El Clasico.
Definitely could have. Obviously, could have come in and swung, but didn't have a 0 cost blue in the hand to help facilitate the Kodachis or any of the like the 2 cost attack of hidden hands. So I think I feel good about just keeping that hand. It was reasonably strong, and then set up.
Started with a blue Ball Lightning here.
Blue Ball Lightning. So there's kind of this temptation, I guess, to like try and stop on hit effects from the Ball Lightning when it's coming for 1 damage. want to try and save this breaking scales in case Brendan does have like a, Command and Conquer or a Plunder Run turn or something like that. So we're just gonna take 2 here. That replacement effect.
Let me pull
38.
my life counter here. Yep, 38 it is. That's going to be an embodiment token for the boy. And then we're just going to have to do the old CNC for 6.
Yeah.
El Clasico indeed.
I think we want to make sure we can. Don't want to be losing our arsenal here. Kind of the worst card for us in this matchup. It's like, a card that can really swing tempo. So
definitely.
On the flip side, we kind of have to respect that.
Yeah, I think in retrospect, by the way, I would probably never go second against Ninja because I was like double ball lightning with that hand was terrifying. I could have like lost the game on turn 0. It feels like almost.
Definitely blocking with this. Considering like how we try and craft our hand.
Yeah,
It ends up being.
I had a higher output kind of damage turn, but I'm choosing to Arsenal here.
Okay, we go ahead and block for 6. So
sure,
stop that on-hit effect.
Sounds good. And it'll be your turn.
We're just gonna try and see if we can get Brennan to block with 2 cards plus equipment. Yeah. So, could use the cross strap here to try and then set up another turn. Very unlikely it has like a second Command and Conquer. So having an Arsenal card kind of set up wouldn't be the end of the world. I think we're going to do it. I'm going to harden cross strap.
Okay.
And then we're going to play Plunder Run from Arsenal.
Okay.
And then we're going to play a Red Surging Strike. Which costs 2 less.
Okay. And the total is 8 here?
8, yep.
8 is
again,
interesting.
If it hits, we draw a card.
Yep. So we want to just do 3/3. And likely we'll get a piece of armor out of me, which is nice.
Yeah, so we could have pitched this card in hand to pay for the Surging Strike, but I think Brennan's pretty incentivized to block for 8 here. Yeah. And then we have a card we're happy to Arsenal. And pass back.
Yeah, pretty strong clapback, in my opinion. No embodiment token. Okay. We're going to play the Entwine Lightning and show Electrify. 4th go again.
Yeah, and the color of the Electrify was, sorry?
That was a red Electrify.
Red Electrify, okay. So 4th go again.
Good there.
Interesting. I wonder if Brendan can... Like an 8 damage turn would be good here with Rosetta Thorn. Not sure if he's going to have the non-attack action. Probably would have already played it, I would assume, depending on what it is. Upside our hand that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, this is a tough one. There's a lot of feels like there's a lot of tension. It's kind of Katsu. Yeah. Okay. So 34. Taking 4.
Yeah, 34.
Yeah. We'll tick up and then kind of unfortunately, we shouldn't have blocked, but also E-strike for 7. I know it sounds like a lot of damage, but I actually would have preferred to, somehow arsenal that electrify, but the plunder run sort of stopped that.
I'm going to end up taking this. Allows us to have a pretty good 5-card hand. I feel like I'm a little bit behind after that. Just, we'd be at 27. Although we do have, we have the turn, the 5-card hand. We're at 27. And Brendan would have 2 embodiments. So it'd be reasonably scary.
I'm interested to see.
I think we have to try and grab some tempo, though. Yeah, I'm going to go to 27 here.
Okay.
Also assumes that, our cards block okay, but we can't keep out the embodiment token anyway if we block with 2 cards. Okay.
Alrighty, sir. Over to you.
Pitch Lord of Wind, and we're going to come in for... Yeah. Archie for 1.
I'll take the 1.
2 resources left. Sure, use those 2 resources. We'll come in with Surging Strike for 4.
All right, let me consider here. Surging strike for 4.
All right, we got some damage in.
Yeah, I have the 2 embodiments, which makes me wonder, what exactly is going on here. I'm sorry, I'm just reading some of my cards for the first time.
And one of the strengths of like Briar, of course, is that you can present damage and then also be able to defend efficiently on the way back because of the embodiment tokens. So it tends to play quite well into aggressive decks that don't want to defend, especially if you have some on-hit effects to pair with it. Underruns.
We'll block this one for 4.
Speaking of, yep, sure.
Speaking of, indeed.
We'll come in with Bombing Gust Wave Blue for 2.
Okay. That one I will block for 4.
Okay. 2 cards in hand.
Yep.
In that case, we will probably, come in for 7 with a Sea Strike.
7 with this E-Strike.
So we're going to presumably get some damage through here in some regard, and then Brennan's going to have a pretty weak swing back. So, we just wanted to now draw into a good hand to try and start that tempo. If we can keep Brendan off, embodiments and keep some tempo, that's really key for us. It's going to make it harder for Brendan to stop on-hit effects, keep those out. Traded a bit of life early to do it, so
definitely. Scary.
Scary. I think if I was a Spice Girl, I wouldn't be scary. I don't think. Brendan is definitely Baby Spice, though.
Gosh, it's just like I wonder if I just cover this up for 4, take 3, Arsenal, and pass. That sounds terrifying. This is like the philosophical kind of hole we go into as Briar. Can we ever take a turn off because we just want to keep embodiments? I'll take the 7.
It's kind of funny. It's the same question on the side. I think it's like,
I know. That's why I feel so tense.
Which player draws a dud hand first? Like in terms of if that's kind of the tempo plan that we go on.
Sure. Tunic up. Nope. I definitely should have blocked. Holy crap. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
told you.
We can easily rewind this. So I'm at 27, and then you decide to block.
Sure. I mean, if that makes it, we just block, and then we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just Arsenal pass on my turn.
Brennan's at 26. I'm at 26.
We were both reading Flicker Wisp for the first time. I was like, damn.
Okay.
The only reason to play that was for the embodiment.
Easy sort. Unfortunately, our hand is trash.
It's okay, my hand is trash too.
Yeah, but we took a bunch of damage to try and have this hand, so unfortunately.
Yeah, my hand is like holy guacamole trash, like real bad.
I think we're gonna end up having to just put pressure on here. Yeah. We come with hijab for 3.
3.
3, 3, 3.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I'll take 3.
Just thinking.
Yeah, on the Katsu effect.
Yep.
God, this hand is so bad. Oh man, it just makes me question the developer of this list so much. But it's the classic, right? It's the full non-attack action hand in Briar, so bad and sealed is bad and classic, that's for sure.
I think what we want to do is push. Yeah. I could go find an attack. Losing this. I can't really use my hand efficiently. Ideal, not ideal. I think what we'll end up doing is just pitching this red surging strike to razor reflex this in the reaction step.
Oh, that's freaking devastating. Okay.
30.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to set this arsenal and pass.
Oh, man. Oh, I should have just blocked that. Oh, gosh. My hand is bad. Oh, my hand is A garbanzo beans. Actually, I'm gonna keep. Well, no, I'm pitching this weave lighting. I'm not keeping this weave
So that's
lighting.
27 plus 30, right?
I have 25 for you.
You didn't do me the 2 damage from the Flicker Wisp.
Good catch. Yeah, electrify out of arsenal.
Yeah.
And draw the attack action. Yes. Oh man, I had to hit that. I really had to hit that, and I did. In classic fashion. Now I have to read my hand and figure out how we're gonna do this. Deal arcane damage instead. Deal that much plus 1.
You can tell which classes Brennan's been playing so far.
Oh yeah, it's definitely this one. Very interesting. Okay, is Flicker Wisp? I'm trying to figure out the use cases of Flicker Wisp. Like if I put an arsenal, is it even, is it worth my time?
We're with the right setup hand.
Yeah. Like, what does that look like exactly? Is my question.
Work out what we're gonna end up working with.
Sure. Weave lightning.
Yep.
Play Vela Flash. Infuse. We have the.
Yeah. What's the fuse? Sorry.
It's lightning press red.
Okay. So you get a bottom of lightning, and then you've got go again twice. Doesn't stack, but that's all right. So coming in for 8, and if it hits, you're gonna hit me for an additional 3.
True.
Should be 2 embodiment tokens, so pretty reasonable. What have we got going on?
A double go again. Let's go. I'm starting to see the power. It's just I need to draw more attack action. So far, my best cards have been generic cards.
So I would actually consider blocking this here, but our hand doesn't actually block it very well.
Yeah, I mean that is a saving grace because this is a pretty easy cover up, right? If you see once you saw the fuse, but if you're playing Katsu, it's like maybe not. You just got to go for the clap back.
Yeah, because you're just gonna lightning press, get through, and then come in with that last resource for. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You can't stop the. Yeah. Okay. No defense.
Yeah, I'll move to reactions and give it +3.
Yeah.
So it's 8.
Go to 19 and then to 16.
Yep. And then I get 2 embodiment tokens, right?
Yeah. Electrify's gonna do an additional 3.
Just want to double check on that one, and then we will go ahead and come in for 4.
Yeah. We'll go to 12. All right. Now's the time.
It's pretty funny how we just completely just randoed that off the top. But sometimes, it is what it is, right?
I mean, that's one of the things with Rune Blades, but particularly Briar, obviously, is that you have these mix of attack and non-attacks, and because you're playing so many non-attacks to facilitate your game plans, that's like the inherent variance and risk that comes into it, right?
100%, yeah.
We play Red Plunder Run from Arsenal.
Oof,
Again, we're gonna
I'm really hoping not to see a Plunder Run. Of all the things that I fear in this world, Plunder Run is numero uno.
Yeah, you come on with Leg Tap for 7 with Go Again. What's left? These nice big shiny dice to really illustrate my resources, just assert some dominance on camera.
Yeah. 7, 5, 5, 5. Oh, my hand blocks like booty cheeks, which is, even though I have the 2 embodiments, just like what's my middle ground turn?
Yeah, sometimes you the embodiments you draw no. You get the flip side of that all attack action hand, you get the non-attack action. Sorry, the flip side of the all non-attack action hand, you get no non-attack actions, or you get like 1, but you need it to facilitate turns. Or
yeah, I mean this is definitely cheeks right here.
So we're pretty down life, right? We're 18 life down, but if we can push something through this turn, we need to push something through this turn, probably ideally, we'll take his whole hand, so that we get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, definitely taking the whole hand is pretty good.
still 18 life down. So it's like it's kind of the turn cycle thing, right? We haven't won a turn cycle this whole game, which is tough.
Yeah, it's really interesting here. So funny coming back to these very technical aggro matchups. Because the Katsu, it feels like kind of a man. It's so funny because you make one misstep, it's just like over so quickly.
Maybe.
Question is like, do I die if I don't block? Likely. Or am I at a threshold where I'm just dead anyway?
You're at 30, right? You're at a lot of life here.
I am at a lot of life. Then do we have the resources? So we have. Oh, to block or not to block. If a leg tap happens in a forest and no one is there to hear it, I'm going to take 7.
Okay.
Sound good?
23. I'm going to resolve my triggers so that I'm going to draw off the Plundron first and then resolve the Katsu trigger.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just please don't have like a natty hurricane. Which I did account for in the math, but you know.
Yes.
Yes, he says.
Interesting.
I'm
trying to think like how we win this game. So there's kind of two lines in hand. And I don't want to talk them through too much because I don't want to influence Brendan's plays. We can talk them through afterwards, but one's a bit riskier than the other. So I don't mind a bit of risk.
Yeah, I mean, I also electrified for the attack action, so I
think where we are now, we probably take it. Yeah, Katsu, I'm going to discard the Scar for a Scar. We'll go and find a Rising Knee Thrust, and we will play said Rising Knee Thrust coming in for 5, so red Rising Knee Thrust.
I'll take 5.
Just think if I want to Breaking Scales this.
Yeah. I'll get. Yeah, I'll get. Push. He's pushing.
Just think about if we get another chance to use the Breaking Scales efficiently.
Could be nice.
It could come down to like a Kadachi and like maybe there's like a non-attack. A non-combo attack.
There's a whelming gust wave.
Okay. I think probably not. I think the way we win this game is get a bit lucky anyway. Okay, take 5 to 18.
Correct, yeah.
And then I'll come with League Tap for 4. Couldn't unfortunately discard that to Katsu's ability.
I'll take 4. Or can I block? No, I really can't. Was interesting. This is actually this looks like a block. Okay, let me rethink. This definitely looks like a block. Yeah, sorry, I was just getting a little bit too frisky there for a sec. I mean, this looks like a block.
Brilliant not to block this. It probably gives us an opportunity to push more damage. We get to draw a card off the mask.
Do I have to play around like Ancestral? That's the question. So I block for 4, and I command my armor. You Ancestral. You double draw. And then I'm dead. So we're going to block with Skullcap, Grasp, and Vela Flash.
For 5?
Yep.
Sure, your turn.
Okay. Well, my turn still kind of blows, but that's okay. Well.
Yeah, so the less risky line in that play was discarding our other 0 cost and keeping the Scar for a Scar. So that if we don't get a trigger off mask. So if Brennan does block one of the attacks, we still get to, play a Scar. We have another
Quick question to clarify.
Yeah, sure.
So if I do something like Entwine Lightning and I fuse it, and then I use Spellbound Creepers to play a non-attack action with Go Again on it, do I have an extra action point on the next thing?
Yeah, because it's not giving Go Again to the attack; it's resolving Go Again on the non-attack action.
Yeah, I could also just play it after. Yeah, makes sense. Well,
what am I in the resolution? Yeah.
Fuse.
What's that? Sorry, with the blue weave lightning.
The blue weave lightning.
Okay, going for 4. What's our hand doing? Not a lot. Not a lot.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, but this is only if.
Okay, I think we have to take this.
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Go to 8. You can have yourself a wee embodiment.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, all good.
Oh, God, this is like the most we've been in the freaking tank for like a while. Definitely no great way for me to utilize that, I don't think. We have the Wii embodiment, as Hayden would say. The Wii embodiment.
Wii embodiment. Yeah, I kind of go now. It's just like to keep this mask as long as possible. Hopefully not have to commit a 20 defense, and then just try and push mask triggers if we can. Hopefully we're not having to block, because I don't think we can afford Brennan to have a second embodiment this turn. But we'll...
Yeah, Tunic. Yeah. Rites of Lightning. I'll fuse it.
Okay.
So 1 arcane.
So it's for red.
Yeah, it's red.
1 arcane for Go In.
Yep.
Yeah. And that was also Tunic, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's off the Tunic, as you would. So take the arcane.
Tunic might.
Tunic might.
Yeah, I got a 7. It's a lot of embodiments, unfortunately. Yeah, embodiments, you see how much work they do in this matchup. Block 3, take 1. Go to 6.
Okay, I'll make a rune chant. Mm-hmm. And then 2 and 2.
2 and 3. 3 and 2, rather.
Yeah,
so we take 3, can't do anything but that. Go to 3. And then we're going to block up the sword. That we're not in, arcane dead range.
Yeah, I packed my sigil of, what are they called? Sigil of suffering.
It's more just that you're on 18 life and can probably tank the turn, keep 2 card hand, and come back with a rune chant. Kill me. Put the mask here. Okay. Yeah. So now, kind of our Kodachis don't really matter. Play this any way that we like. It's gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna come in for 5 and draw a card.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 5.
That's fine. 5 and draw a card. Oh, we have 3 embodiments.
We do have 3 embodiments, unfortunately.
May have slipped in me mind, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. We'll block for 5.
Yep, Snapdragon Scalers.
Sure.
And then we'll come in for 3 with this Rising Knee Thrust. Sorry, I've got to draw my card off for E-Strike. Yeah.
Change anything. Excuse me.
Yeah, coming for 1.
Yeah, I'll take 1.
Sure, 17, coming for 1.
Okay, I'll take 1.
Okay, 16. And then, yeah, we're coming for Rising Knee Thrust for 3.
Okay. Yeah, no blocks.
Okay, or Ancestral.
Sure.
And we're breaking scales.
So total's 5?
Yep. Go to 11. Your turn.
Okay.
Maybe we're not dead.
Maybe.
It's highly unlikely. All Brennan has to do is make a rune chant and then be able to swing the sword, or never know.
Yep. Well,
wait and see.
Play Flicker Wisp and fuse with Ball Lightning.
Oh yeah, so we just did. Sure.
Yeah.
Ball Lightning. Yep. So we take 2 to 1.
I think if I played this before, but yeah. And then of course just Rune Chant.
Yep.
I actually missequenced this. Sorry. I think, right? And then Ball Lightning, and then we can swing the sword.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. We did anyway. We died to because the Flicker was trigger, and you've got Rune Chant trigger. So either way. All right, there we go. Katsu, Briar. We let Brennan have a little wee takesies backsy, just so he could win. Obviously, otherwise he was crushed. No, I mean, pretty ended up not being that close a game. There was a couple of turn cycles on turns 3 and 4 where we didn't want to win a turn cycle for the first 4 turns, and 18 life behind ended up being insurmountable. Did want to talk about some of those turns, just kind of what happened through that game and some of the intentions versus like the play patterns that ended up coming out. So really the intention for us was to try and gain tempo and take it, and stop Brennan from being able to have these embodiment tokens plus efficient attacking hands. So attacking off 3 card hands, maybe blocking with 1, which has ended up what ended up happening quite often. On the flip side of that, the hands that were trying to allow us to do that didn't quite come together. So the more important things we were looking for were like on-hit effects, so surging strikes, the Whelming Gust Wave line. We did go for the Hardened Cross Trap, trying to push that damage, and then we did have another surging strike the following turn. Unfortunately, with a blue Whelming Gust Wave, we didn't have any way to push that damage through, no Razor Reflex or Ancestral or anything like that. So that's what that ended up kind of looking like. The leg tap Rising Knee Thrust line, while the damage is great, it's not actually that relevant in this matchup, except for pushing mask effects. But when Brennan has 2-3 embodiment tokens, those become pretty non-void. Unfortunately, he's able to easily block those efficiently, stop the mask trigger on one of the attacks, and at least we have a way to push over. It's not really going to work out too well for us. We did draw some pumps. We did draw some Razor Reflex. Didn't see any Out of War, but we did also see an Ancestral. There was a turn where I went for a bit more of an aggressive play, I guess, trying to keep the Ancestral to push over the top effectively if Brennan misblocks, to allow us to trigger the mask on one of our attacks, which was kind of the plan there. Either that, or we play it on the second attack when Brennan tries to defend it, and then we take more cards, probably 3 to 4 cards from the hand. So felt like it was behind enough and pretty significantly behind to try and make that play. Otherwise, we were trying to get the game to a game state where we were probably reasonably even on life, had a bit of tempo, and we can start to really, leverage and utilize Kodachis as well to attack. Didn't really get to utilize Kodachi into mask turns as well, which allowed Brennan probably to keep the equipment up longer than we would have liked. So yeah, all in all, I think it's a pretty close matchup from the Katsu side. It really feels very tempo based in this matchup, and you need to make your on-hit effects count and probably sculpt your sort of like 5-card hands to include some sort of pump or natural combo, so that if your combo cards get defended out, you do have ways to still be presenting combo cards and trying to take more than 2 or 3 cards from hand, because that's how you're gonna swing that tempo back and avoid those embodiments just continually coming through every turn. But yeah, anyway, Brennan, your kind of thoughts on the game?
Yeah, awesome. Before I go to my spiel, I do want to do a big shout out to all of our patrons. We're at over 200 so far. Really amazing. Allows us to take us to the next level. If you're interested in our deck techs on our Patreon, for example, we'll have all the sideboard guides, deck theory, written Excel sheets, all that math, everything you need. Also extra pods, live sessions, you name it. But getting into the game, our key was we drew the all non-attack action hand, which is a nightmare. And then we did have the Electrify and Arsenal, and we did the Villa Flash after that, which was very, very good for us and undeniably won us a game. Other than that, the most bizarre thing was of this list was the choice to have Flicker Wisp. So we did have Sting of Sorceries in the deck, but other than that, there was only 2 Rides of Lightning. There had actually been an effort to cut one, which is interesting in the context of Flicker Wisp. I actually think that it does almost nothing in 90% of the list. So a bit weird. Maybe I'm missing something about that card, but it was weird drawing 2 of them throughout the game. But yeah, the embodiments effectively blocking versus Katsu makes this pretty nice for Briar, and it's also nice to be on Lightning for that reason because you have the arcane pings, which gets you the embodiment. It's much easier to stack the tokens than it is on something like Earth Briar. But all in all, good game. Hayden, thank you. Thank you for playing, and we hope you all enjoyed watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Thanks, guys.